Hello everybody, welcome to David's Kitchen. We're making something really special today. I've been thinking about the Polish sausages I just bought for $1.50, and I couldn't believe the deal. Uncured Polish kielbasa, $1.50 for a 12-ounce Hillshire Farm, no nitrates, no MSG. Is that not good or what? Polish sausages. Now, I'm just going with this concept. I'm going to build a pasta dish out of a very high in whole grain rotini. I bought a box of Barilla non-GMO pasta rotini, 100% whole wheat. I thought that would be kind of a good mix. All right. Then I also picked up a can of whole kernel corn. I thought would be really good in there. Yeah, well, I look for places like Grocery Outlet on the West Coast. We've got an outstanding place to save money. I bought that at Grocery Outlet for $1.49 per, and I bought like 4 of them. I freeze them just for future, spaghettis or whatever. Now, I'm not going to go with a white sauce, an extra white sauce, but you can add white sauce to this. All right. But the interesting thing is the corn. I think it's going to be good. We also picked up. So that's no more than $2.50 right there. I've accommodated white sauce if you have to buy a dollar container of white sauce, like ragu. Yeah, and I might even grab it out of the cupboard if I have to. Celery, I bought some organic celery that's ready to go. I'm going to cut that up, all of it. Just a small portion, that's no more than 50 cents worth, because that's a small amount. A medium-sized onion. Organic yellow onion we're going to be using in the show tonight. That's pretty bright. Man, there we go. The brightness factor, I think I'm going to close this a little bit. Get some balance here. There we go. Okay. All right, let's get started. How's everybody doing? You don't have to answer that. That's a... Okay, so you're up to $3 and you have a $1 Barilla pasta. You're close to $4, okay? Okay, the secret is you can use hot dogs in this dish, okay? Relax. You can get a 69-cent can of, or package of hot dogs. You can get this entire meal down to $2 if you really want to. I'm not allowed to use hot dogs. She refuses to eat hot dogs, Sarah does. I don't blame her. And I'm avoiding nitrates and MSG. So when I saw this uncured Polska Kielbasa from Polish, Hillshire Farm is an excellent producer. No artificial ingredients, no nitrates, and no MSG. I thought, wow, this is a great opportunity. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get the pan going at level 3 back here. And wow, look at that. So we're going to rinse this off, I think. Oh, first I want to get some water going. Okay, so we'll put this water together here. I use filtered water, of course. And we'll load that up, about half full, to cover that full box of rotini. Hey, Shelly's in. How you doing, Shelly? We're trying to get her off of big carbs. And Shelly, today I got a whole wheat carb, non-GMO. This is you can get your carb addiction without going GMO on this, Shelly. Now, non-GMO means that whole wheat, the durum whole wheat that's in the pasta, is good for your digestion. It gives you a little bit of an added bonus in that department. I'm going to get that going on a level 6. And I'm going to throw in some Himalayan salt in that water. I want to use this up, and a great way to do it is to add a little salt to your pasta. Okay, today I pulled something out of the garden. I've got some organic, beautiful organic Absolutely gorgeous Swiss chard, red Swiss chard. Look at that. We're going to be using this or any kind of a spinach that you might have in your, in your repertoire of food items. Yeah, that's great. Sarah and I have been getting more and more into gardening recently, so it's kind of a good thing. You can grab it out of your garden, out of a thing called a store. They even make frozen spinach, but you don't have to use anything. You don't have to have any greens in this at all. But I'm using celery, onions, and this wonderful Swiss chard. That's going to give it kind of a Mediterranean, colorful look when you put everything together. Yeah. All right, so that's cooking. I'm going to get the onion prepped. I'm going to do my cutting today on this plate because this is kind of like just as easy as a breadboard, in my opinion. And if you're on the fly, I want to show you how to cut. Like sometimes when Sarah and I travel, we'll bring this really amazingly sharp Cutco knife that I paid $30 for. I mean, I used to have a friend who tried to, sell me something, and then he no longer was my friend. But I did get the $30 knife. And anybody who tries to sell stuff to their friends really don't expect to have friends much longer. Hey, Gareth, that's not legal here, okay? Sorry, dude, you're out of here. You like the cooking tutorials? Okay, well, that too is not happening. We got a little problem there. Yeah, well, don't ever be suicidal, period. Anyway, holding this Cutco knife, $30 knife on a trip, let me show you how easy it is to cut an onion. So say you have a plate on your trip, and that's all you have is this plate. Do you want to bisect the thing? The nice thing about these permanent saw blades is they never lose their sharpness. Ever. That's the unique thing about that product. Yeah, I was like blown away. It's better than the steak knives at the Sizzler. I know. And those are pretty good. Ask the, well, let's not go there. But yeah, just pull that outer skin off so you don't have any kind of a leathery feel. And this is a really fresh, spunky little yellow onion. Very special. Organic. It's a special onion. This could be like Mr. Dave's Neighborhood. Welcome to Mr. Dave's Neighborhood. Hey, how do you like the new mic too? Pretty good, huh? You're getting a little bit of the, let me see if I can push this up here. You're getting a little bit of the rain, of the Venetian blinds are pushing, so you'll hear a little noise here. I'm gonna stop that. All right, here we go. Gonna cut the onion. Real simple. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Always keep your fingers down. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Done. Right on. I'm going to throw a little olive oil in there. Today I'm using extra virgin olive oil. I picked up at Costco. I'm going to throw that on a hot pan. Okay, nice. That's a lot of oil, but it's going to be good because it's going to really add to the mix. You want to have a little more oil in this dish. Yeah, 3 full tablespoons would be perfectly fine. There's another onion I didn't quite cut, but that's close enough. Okay, now I've got the celery, and this is just as easy. Thank you. Why no? It's wonderful. Happy Technology Thursday to you, Shelley. Now, Shelley's trying to deal with her, oh, I'm sorry, that one guest said Happy Technology Thursday. I saw your name, Shelley. Yeah, Shelley's trying to deal with, just trying to migrate away from GMO wheat. So we're going to give her some non-GMO whole wheat rotini today that she'll love. And a dish like this you can put away and you don't have to eat it all at once. You can put it away and make a lot of celery here. So I'm going to use all this up. And even though this is organic celery, I'm still going to rinse it a little bit and just slice it right off the end. Nice big chunks. about a little bit more than an 1/8 inch thick. Kind of gives it dimensions. You want to create dimension in this meal. And you don't have to use the leaves. I don't really like cooking with the leaves, so I just use the stock itself and compost the leaves. Most of the leaves. All right. There you go, and all my compost fits right in my own hand there. Look at that. That's all the waste I have. Right there. Waste not, want not. That's the old saying. Hey, you know, Princess Jig Ass, you're out of here. And it's that kind of mentality that puts us in a very bad position with people looking at our show. You're giving our show a bad name. All those people around the world are looking at our show going, look at what they're writing in his chat room. Yeah, you've got to step it up to a whole other level. A whole other level. I could brand you, yes. Could I, please? Thank you. The more we ban, the more we bring in. We've got people coming in from all around the world that are being censored right now by Mark. Pruitt has resigned, everybody. The beleaguered director of the EPA has quit his job. He can't handle the pressure of just taking all kinds of U.S. tax dollar money to pad his office, create a private phone booth. I mean, buy $45,000 worth of custom furniture. He says, goodbye. Later. And no, we're not going to make you replace Jeff Sessions. He actually offered to replace Jeff Sessions back in August of last year. Later. Okay, one less bad person to deal with. The other guy's who's replacing him is going to be just the same way. He was actually a lobbyist for the coal industry. So we're not going to see a big change in policy here. I got a nice little sizzle going here on level 3 and my level 6 on the water. I'm going to throw those celery in the mix. There you go. Lift this up a little bit. There we go. I got the water back here on a red flame. It's cooking really nice. Okay, as per use, some of you grabbed your Italian seasoning. As you know, I use that in almost every one of my meals because it's full of these oreganos and basils and thymes, and I'm even making my own. We're growing oregano and thyme right now, and sage and basil coming. So we're going to make our own Italian seasoning. I've decided. But go ahead and throw in I'd say put about a teaspoon of whatever, flat level teaspoon of whatever you got. All right. And I've got a little Patti LaBelle's I'm going to use too, her no salt mix. You guys remember this, right? I got 100 of these things for 10 cents a piece because Patti LaBelle was closing out her stock of this Miss Patty's no salt seasoning. But this has turmeric in it and all kinds of good stuff. Yeah, it's like a curry mix. And I got to tell you, Patty, you know how to cook, lady. Ma'am. I'd say girl, but you're a little old for to call it girl. Ma'am, you know how to cook, Patty. Okay, I'm going to throw that on there too. So whatever you got, garlic powder, onion powder, chili powder, whatever. It's only going to add to the mix. We're not doing a garden show. This is a cooking show. All right, so now that I've got my pan clear here, I'm going to go ahead and easy open my package. I love how they say easy open. And you can never find that one place on there that's easy to open. I'm serious. This is a regular thing. It's like, so in other words, I got to use a scissors to open this. That makes it easy, yeah. It's very easy to open. So just slice around the outside of the loop. Now it's an easy open. All right, we're gonna go ahead and rinse this little sausage off. With filtered water. Okay. And put it on the plate. we're gonna slice this. Whoa, hang on. We got We'll never do that, dude. You're out of here. Thank you. Well, somebody who's making a lot of money is trying to get unbanned. Okay, the guy's making a fortune doxing us and committing felonies. All right, we're gonna go ahead and slice these things sideways. So kind of give it a little angle like this. And go about 1/4 inch thick. Like that, see? So every one is like a steak. Like a Polish sausage steak. Now you're talking, see that? All along the spiral. Kind of go diagonal. And rinse that off. Okay. Okay, and just take that right there and throw it right in. You can cut those in half if you want to spread this out. It's probably best to cut them all in half. All right. So the ideal piece is about this big. Okay, we're going to put that in the entire dish here. Just put it right in there. And cover it up. But before you completely cover it up, add a little water to that mix. Just splash a little water on there. Okay, that introduces the steam fry aspect of this wonderful dinner. It's something I introduced. I'm the originator of the steam fry concept. You can't find this written anywhere, but I am the first person to introduce this in the world. Yeah, I hate to be, special. I'm just kidding. It's just, I've just been doing it this way for years, since I was born. Well, when you add water to a hot pan, it instantly throws your flavors all over the place. So you get an infusion of flavor. Just a little bit of water, yeah. You don't want to put too much, otherwise you got a soup or a saute. All right? Don't cook with coffee, unless you're making a mole sauce. Then you make amazing mole with coffee. I should do a little mole sauce. That'd be fun. I'd have to use decaffeinated coffee, though. No, I'm just making that up. Bobby Flay is violating it. Hey, you're not allowed to come in here and promote things, Tom. That cost you a mute. Okay. I should drink a glass of wine, coffee. I don't drink. I'm not an alcoholic. So I'm assuming that everyone who does drink is an alcoholic, which is kind of a value judgment, don't you think, on my part? How many of you drink and are not alcoholics? Press 1. I think we'll get a lot of people. Press 1 here. We already decided we're going to not allow solicitors at anybody's house in the future. See, there you go. We got a lot of people who drink and are not alcoholics. There you go. Well, I don't seem to be a good cook. I just naturally am. And who would have thought Del Monte makes non-GMO products? Look at this. Who would have thought? Non-GMO corn. Isn't that great? I love it. And this is like 79 cents. I love it. Now I'm going to go ahead and open this can. Oh, I don't even need a... Look at that. It's even better. It's got a pull tab. Even better. All right, be very careful because these pull tabs could be super dangerous. Pull back without pressing too hard. There we go. That's safe. Now be sure you put that away. The best way to recycle this is just put it at the bottom of the can when you're done. I'm going to drain the water out and rinse it because I'm not too into salt, but if you leave the water, or if you don't rinse it, you're going to get a lot of that tasty corn taste. You can even add that to your pasta. I want to rinse it though just to make sure I have no excessive salt, because these things come jam-packed with salt. So I gave it a rinse job. I do this with a lot of the canned food that I use. Beautiful corn, look at that, nice. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and make, we're gonna throw this whole thing together kind of fast. I got my water going over here, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw my pasta in. And we'll go ahead and pop this whole grain box of rotini up. Yeah, non-GMO, whole wheat is better for you because it doesn't make you want wheat as much as the GMO wheat does. We talked about this last night. GMO wheat has 43 chromosomes. Old ancient grains from Egypt have 17. Think about it. 17, a lot easier to digest than 43. Am I right? I know you're right, Dave. Donald is probably coming into the room. I told him Ustream is going to be down. He was in our Ustream show last night. Donald Trump, everybody. It's kind of cool. I think he's looking at me as a possible VP candidate for 2020. All right. I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. The whole thing. And immediately start moving it around. Now this is whole wheat. It has kind of a spelt in it. So it's good for your nutrition. Yeah, make sure you move it around right away and then within a minute. The fiber level is huge. 6 grams of fiber in every serving. There's 8 servings in a box. 24% of your daily fiber needs with a whole wheat type of a pasta. Different way of looking at this completely. All right. That's okay. He'll come back. Donald Trump I think it's a 1 hour wait he has to come back. Donald, if you're watching, it's 1 more hour you can come back to iVlog. No, the official account for Donald Trump was in the show. The one who originally came in and stole my ideas in 2012. And it's not easy to get accounts at Ustream. And we know that he paid a healthy amount for that account back in the early days. The wheat has 43 chromosomes in every kernel. Yeah. A standard wheat kernel. Okay, let's do this. One more stir back here. Okay. Wheat doesn't stick as much as the bleached white flour, so that's a little bit more difficult. We're doing great. It's halfway through the show. Things are cooking. Now those sausages need a big mix right now. We're going to mix them up right now with a can of the corn. Pour that right on top. Every last kernel. And then you can put this thing inside so no one gets hurt. See that? Okay, give that a good mix. Kind of press it in and let the sausages sit down on the pan. Let them cook a little bit. We're keeping everything at level 3 right now. Now, Swiss chard you can practically break off in your hands, or spinach is the same way. And you want to just get little pieces in there. You can dice it too, but I'm just going to break them in like that. See that? Things like Swiss chard, you don't want the spines. They could be a little bit binding in a pasta sauce. All right. By the way, my entire stove is clean, so there's nothing to worry about. Literally ripped apart. How about that? Hand ripped. And I'm going to throw some more seasoning on top of that. So you can throw a little more Italian seasoning on top. Add a little bit more water. And let that cook. No more than 1/8 of a cup, but let that cook at level 6 now. Take it up to level 6. Now we're going to go ahead and infuse all those ingredients. Yay. Like I said, you're not allowed to post things here, Lot, whatever your name is. You can't do that. Sarah's, working on her master's degree. My goodness. No, it was incredibly cheap. I pulled the spinach out of the garden, but you don't have to put spinach in there. Oh, I'm untrollable, dude. The people who are trolling me now are like low-level scumbags who are trying to make money at Mark's. Mark is doling out money for people to attack our show. That's what I think. So 87% of all porn videos are monogamy. What people are looking for is monogamy. That's a fascinating statistic you just posted there. Yeah, why don't you post a link there, Wet O did? Yeah. Yeah, he apparently is a Soros bot. I don't know. I can't explain it. I make the produce. I have a thing called a garden. Sarah and I work very hard at composting. I've got trenches of compost now that I'm building into my garden. So we're getting more and more into gardening. But you don't need fresh produce. You can use just a can of corn and the onion and the celery. This is scaled down that's all you need to put in there. You don't need to put any greenery in there. You can instead go for a can of white sauce, which I factored into your meal. But I think I'm out. No, I have one left, I think. Here it is. Okay, so this is typically ragu, Francisco Rinaldi. This is just a wonderful taste. Francisco Rinaldi has an excellent taste palette. I don't know what it is, but Princess, we talked about this. That's a bannable offense, dude. Yeah, so you can get ragu at the dollar store for $1 for a can of this type of stuff. I got this for $1, Francisco Rinaldi. So I'm factoring in $2 for the sausage, $1 for the pasta, and $1 for the the white sauce. The onion and the celery is almost inconsequential. My lettuce, or rather my spinach and Swiss chard that I pulled out of the garden, inconsequential. I don't have any garlic in this. I never had that. No, I've never been involved in any gay anything. No. I'm not gay. I'm a heterosexual. Women dig me. They know how wonderful I am. I'm a sensitive but commanding person who takes charge but is willing to acknowledge a woman's specialness. Are you ready? Well, I do. Yeah. I was metrosexual. I grew up in LA. I mean, I do shave my face. It's true. I don't have a nut allergy. I have a nut reaction. I don't have any kind of anaphylactic shock symptoms. It's just weird. My body's been developing body gases, and people are saying, David, it's the weird oils they're putting in all these peanut butters. Yeah, it's like, yeah, they put GMO oils in this stuff. Yeah, I think it's a reaction to GMOs. Yeah. I'm not really allergic to nuts. I'm allergic to GMOs. All right, so that's cooking at a really high flame right there. The pasta needs a little bit of push. There we go. Everything takes a little while. You know what I like to do with the pasta? I throw a little Italian seasoning in the water. Just a little sprinkle. I'll throw some Patti LaBelle in there too. Whoa. Yeah, it makes for a wonderful taste. And you can cook with the top on if you're in a survival situation. You want to cut back on heat. You can cook pasta with the top slightly ajar. I don't think that's a story, Kylo Ren. I mean, really? Man fired after stealing mega hat, throwing drink in teenage Trump supporter's face. I mean, what? Hey, this is America, but I'm beginning to think that we don't need any solicitors coming to our doors because it poses a danger. A woman was Yeah, a woman was found wandering around Oregon, black woman, and she ended up getting, called in by the neighbors because she was soliciting for information. She was doing a door-to-door survey because she was a state rep and she wanted to get out and talk to people. They called the police on her. No, it's not just any. No, it's not black. It's nothing to do with black. It's any solicitors. I mean, it's a danger. Whenever I get a Jehovah's Witness come to my door, immediately my guard goes up. I think, oh my gosh. I grab my Bible and I hold on to it with dear life, knowing full well they're going to try to extract my belief in God from me. Okay, we're boiling over. They want me to believe in, what do they believe in? Jehovah? Please don't use bad words here, Pastor Jackson. In England, "packy" is a slang word, and it's not legal to use that. All right. I'm featured on iVlog. Hey, welcome iVloggers. I'm doing my cooking show. We're making a really cheap meal, $4, 10 meals. Even if you just use the core ingredients, the $2 sausage, the $1 bottle of white sauce, and the $1 box of whole grain non-GMO pasta, you're in there for $4. I paid $1.50 for my sausage, so I had enough room for my celery and my onion and my garden Swiss chard. I don't think it's appropriate to use bad words here, okay? Thank you. I'm glad I'm popular. This is great. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Because you imagine me doing this with one person watching? Some people do. Well, see, there you wound Dr. Meow up. He's the resident racist in our room. Yeah, it was fresh. They wanted to get rid of, I guess they had some older sausage they wanted to get rid of. They cleared out. It's normally like $3. But you can get hot dogs for even less than $1.50. So you can make this dish with hot dogs if you had to. Oh yeah, it's not bad either. But Sarah doesn't like hot dogs. All right, we're gonna pop everything open. The spinach is completely done, or rather the Swiss chard's perfect. Everything's all ready to mix together. Yay! And then I'm gonna drop the white sauce on this whole thing. Just pour it right on top. I'm gonna add some filtered water to it. Not too much. You don't want to make it too wet. Give it a little shake. Pour. And do that one more time. Just enough to put water on the sides of the thing. Okay, all that goes right in the sauce. And you want to turn it down, kind of shuffle it in a little bit, like that, just lightly. Kind of pressing it in, not too much. You don't want to give a big stir, just kind of lightly set it in there. And then turn it down to level simmer. Yay! I'm going to go ahead and mix that rotini, which is almost done. Beautiful. I'm going to cap that off and turn that completely off. All the burners are off now. Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. Ladies and gentlemen! Isn't that great? I don't use tap water, dude. That has fluoride in it. And they recently changed my water supplier, so I don't know what the hell it is, frankly. I can tell you I've been using filtered water, quadruple filtered water to wash my hair. Because I went in the shower a couple weeks ago, and I swear my hair was coming off in the comb. I was blown away. It's like, what the hell? They changed their water supplier here. So I'm really kind of pissed off about it, actually. I know. I had to wash my hair in the filtered water. You talk about vain. I don't want to lose my hair. I mean, that's not vain. That's just common sense, you idiot. Fluoride makes water taste good, yeah. If you ever have really sweet tasting water, You just go ahead and seriously check it out. You'll find out it's heavily fluoridated. I'm not insulting anybody. I do. I have nice hair. My mother always said I had great hair. Well, welcome guys at iVlog. We got a great show every night. We talk about... Oh, that's bubbling up. And just let that sit off and let it set in its own juices, because rotini takes about 13 minutes total. We're almost there. Yeah, every night we talk about politics from every perspective. We're centrists, right in the middle of the political spectrum, but I'm a fiscal conservative and a liberal in the same body. I'm a moral liberal. When it comes to capital punishment, though, I'm conservative. I believe in federal capital punishment laws. But I still believe we should honor the spirit of Roe v. Wade. Women should make that choice, but they should be given options, many options, like a first trimester law, which is the thing that I introduced first in America, even ahead of John Kasich. And the first trimester law is a good way to deal with the conservative issues on abortion. But you see, I'm right in the middle on almost every issue. But I have definite opinions that are like, I want to monopoly bust Google. I want to bring that down to people getting jobs making $36,000 a year as opposed to $300. And you guys can work in your home doing this. So that's a whole different approach. I don't mind taking on those big issues like monopoly busting. I'm right on the solid chemtrail issue. I believe that we are being sprayed with chemtrails. You couldn't convince me otherwise. Why is iVlog TV currently closed to guests? I never set that up. That's weird. Chat type, all guests. They're discontinuing the guest access. I just said chat is open to everybody. I just made that official. It was set for that too. I don't know what they're doing over there. Yeah, chemtrails are loaded with lithium, which is a class D birth defect for women. Nobody should be breathing lithium. Yeah, I know. All right, so we're almost done here. We're turning all the burners off. The nice thing about these sauces is they're all completely made. Hey, I told you, you're not allowed to do that. That was your one and only last chance to come in here. All right. Oh, you're in too? Wow. All right, well, just, you know what I'm going to do? I got a plan for you. We'll do slow chat on for a while. I'll be right back. All right. Thank you. I recycle every bit of glass and metal that I get. This goes with the tin, and that goes with the glass. Turmeric is what was in Patti LaBelle's dish. That non-salt thing had a lot of turmeric in it. Yeah, well, no, it's not a new... This shirt is amazing. It's a Philippine-made shirt that's got a double stitch on it. I love it. Best shirt I ever bought. We're going to go ahead and put everything in the dish. Hang on. Do the blessing, do the blessing. I'm not taking calls right now, no. This is the all-time favorite dish for the 10 meal plan. I'm going to go ahead and get that pasta in there. Do the blessing. Taking that pasta, we're going to reverse the position on this. Drain that pasta. I like to run a little water down the drain, so I run some water while it's draining. Oh, I could smell the freshness of that whole wheat. Look at that. Beautiful. I'm going to put it right in the bowl. See how easy that was? I mean, that's got to be the easiest thing ever. Be very careful, though. You're dealing with hot water. And then take this beautiful bubbly mix of beautifulness, a white sauce with Polish sausage and Swiss chard and onions and celery in it. And you can optionally put garlic in this dish. Pour it right on top. Get every last bit of it. Kind of push it around. There's corn in there too. All right. We are done. Introducing our 10-meal dish. Full of nutrition, non-GMO products, really good for you. I know the kielbasa is not non-GMO, but at least I tried for the price. Thank you. All right, we're done. I'm going to wrap this up by putting a plate on top, inverted down on it. Just put a plate on here. And it'll be good for dinner. Now you can also put Parmesan on this. It looks great with Parmesan. You can pepper to taste if you want. I like to reserve pepper to the people that are actually cooking with it, pepper, you know. I mean, actually eating pepper. Yeah, that's a good thing to set it with, is a little bit of Parmesan. That gives it that a little bit more of that cheesy flavor. Okay, I'm going to sign off. Thank you very much. I'll be back. Start the show in 2 minutes. See you in a bit. Appreciate you watching. And do catch all our other recipe shows. They're great ways to save money and live below your means in David's Kitchen. Thank you.